What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome back to episode 11 of Town Law Town. We are here at Parks to the Prem. I've done that in the wrong order, haven't I? Let's start again. Help me. It's been a long day. What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome back to episode 11 of Park to Prem, here with Town Law Town. Today, it's the FA Vase third round, and well, before we get into this episode, if you missed yesterday's video, do go check it out. It was a live com double header. Yes, people have been asking for 2 games, so we did 2 games last time out. Let me know you enjoyed it by going and watching that first, and well, today, it's FA Vase action for us, and well, it's the end of November, and it's been a little while since we were last here. There's been some goings on and off the pitch. And well, I guess the first thing to do is have a quick look at the finances. As you can see, financial status is now insecure. That has become insecure in about the last 1 or 2 days. That is a very recent change. But yes, the reality is that we are losing money and the board are not investing money. Chairman still likes the club. Expect something to give here, be it more investment going in, be it a changing ownership, be it, I don't know what else it could be, but it's not sustainable. And neither has been our form. Of course, last time we left things, we were unbeaten. And as you can see, looking through these results since we were last here for the game against Concert, well, we've played a lot of games. 6 away games, 3 home games. And there's one result that probably stands out and isn't really like the others. We'll come on to that one in a second. Firstly, though, we are in the FA Vase third round today. And you can see we won against Anstey 4-0, and we also beat St Helena Town 5-1. So 2 very convincing results there. And well, you might notice a new name on the score sheet in both of those games. We have here Usama. I have to say his name slightly carefully, as to not be perhaps confused with a slightly more high-profile man of a similar name. But this guy, another former Leeds United player. We're collecting a lot of these guys. He's not done too great in the league, only 2 goals there. But in the FA Vase, 5 goals in 2 games. He's done pretty well for us. And Ryan Ferguson did get a semi-long-term injury, which he's, as you can see here, still not fully recovered from. If we just look at his history of injuries, a hamstring strain has meant that he's missed about a month and a half of football. A little bit of rotation was going on anyway, but that impacted things. But he's done well in the FA Cup, or in the FA Vase, and we're continuing to go on in that cup to where we are today. Elsewhere, you can just see in the Northern League Challenge Cup second round, we won 7-1. That was quite a good response after a shocking league result prior to that. And well, let's have a look at the league form because it's going pretty well, if you ask me. I'd say that we're doing okay as I break my view just like we did last episode. I'll get there eventually. But yes, of course, last time we left things, we played Concert. Since then, you can see 6 games played in the league. Our first result against Guisborough here, a 5-2 victory. I won't show you all the goals for this game, but there was a couple of absolute bangers in it. Ben Donnelly-Blackburn, our left back, I want to say he's not known for his free kicks. He has the best free kicks in the team, or some of the best. He missed his initial effort, but then took a rebound, then it cannoned in off the crossbar. And, well, Sonny Best, in the 87th minute, scored a screamer of his own in this game, right into the top corner. The keeper couldn't stop it going in. And, yeah, they were the pick of the bunch in a 5-2 victory there. Anyway, we then drew 1-1 against Newcastle Benfield. A disappointing result as Sama got the only goal for us. But we did bounce back well with wins. You can see against Stockton, a 3-0 victory. Kumwenda continuing to score goals. And then against Whitley Bay, we won 3-1, which was, again, a solid result. And well, Max Haygarth, I've got to give this guy a massive shout out. He has been on absolute fire for us. An 8.11 average rating in all competitions. That dragged down by his average rating in the FA Cup. But in the FA Vase, he's done superbly. And in the Northern League, an 8.13 rating for a deep-lying playmaker is absolutely crazy. He has been so good for us this year. Ever since joining us from Manchester United, he has kind of dislodged David Vaughan as our creative midfielder. And yeah, in this run of games, he's been great. We beat West Auckland 2-0. Connor Stanley and Kumwenda with the goals there. And then, yeah, the one result that isn't really like the others, a 3-0 defeat against Ashington. I wish I could tell you what happened here. Ashington we played, you may remember, in the first episode of this season. We beat them 5-1 there. Make no mistake, they are the team playing in black and white. Maybe that was our players' issue. Maybe they were getting confused and passing to the wrong team. Either way, they were more than a match for us. I feel like the result perhaps flatters them a little, but it wasn't like it was a smash and grab. Not that you get many smash and grab 3-0s. They took their chance as well. Some good finishing by them. And yeah, we kind of had to walk home with our tail between our legs there. Obviously, that is a minor blip in the grand scheme of things. And so if we look at the league table here, we are 14 points ahead of Ashington, who did beat us. Our goal difference is looking very good. Our form, not too dissimilar to Liverpool's in real life, I guess. But the form, as in the last 5 games, with a loss and a draw there, suddenly doesn't look quite as emphatic. But after 19 games played, yeah, the promotion still looks very much on the cards. You can see Guisborough, who we beat 7-1, following on from the 3-0 defeat, they're struggling in the league, so in the cup it wasn't surprising to beat them. I feel a little bit bad for Loughborough University as well. They've not had the best year. I know someone's going to ask, Jack, can we get a little update on our boys? Can we get a little update on Brandon? And the answer is, of course we can get a little update on Brandon. They're currently in 6th place. They're on a recovery mission, and I'm proud of them. So yeah, good job there. Anyway, the team is in very, very good shape going into today's game. It is an FA Vase game, and if we just look at the game here, we're taking on Shildon. They play in the same division as us. Their media prediction was 12th. Judging by this photo, it gets quite windy here, so yeah, we're going to have to bear that in mind, I guess, with our wing play, looking out for the ball being overhit. But in general, yeah, things are going great. Obviously, it has been 2 months since you were last here. Things have plodded on. The league has continued much as we would hope and expect it to. And I'm hoping that we can get a good result here. Ryan Ferguson, unfortunately, coming back from injury, not fully fit. We can have a few extra players on the bench, which is nice. And actually, before we get into this, one other player we signed alongside Usama is Jermaine Anderson. Look at this man. I absolutely love him. Played with us at Kingston Sprint. Some of you may remember that series many, many years ago now. But Jamaican international, if we look at his injury history, really struggled between 2015 and 2016. Impacted him massively in real life. In our save game here, he was playing for Bradford last year. They released him about halfway through the season. Didn't find a new club for over a year. He's finally taken the hit. He's joined us on £170 per appearance. Very good little centre mid option. To give you a bit of a comparison, Romario Vieira continues to be our kind of best box-to-box midfielder for me. And here's the comparison. So, yeah, there's not a great deal of quality difference between them. And it's just a really great situation to have a player that good who's now just sat on the bench ready and raring to go. But yes, this is the team we're going to go with. So it's a live com debut for Usama today. You can see he's got 13s everywhere. He's a very, very good player. Hopefully he's going to show us what he is made of today. This is only the FA Vase 3rd round. To win the whole thing, we would need to win another 6 matches. And I'll be honest, this season, where the way it's going, and you guys can let me know what you think of it in the comments, I feel like the best course of action is just to try and get through it, not as quickly as possible. I don't want to rush through it in terms of episodes, but not dwell and linger on things. So I'm not sure if we'll do the next round of the FA Vase if we're presumably going to get through, which I'd like to think we're going to, although we've been proven to not be completely impenetrable at the back, and you know we have been blunted a couple of times this year. But I feel like the big focus is on the FA Vase, but at the same time, I might not do the next round. I may come back, I think, for the 5th round, this being the 3rd round. I think the 5th round happens in another 2 months' time. If you guys would like more episodes this season, let me know, but the way things are going, you know, things are gelling, the squad has stability. The only big concern is the injuries, and well, you can see here, Henry Kumwenda, I'm developing a very big soft spot for this guy. He's just an absolute goal-scoring fiend at this level. And that's a pretty good finish at the near post. On the volley, not an easy technique on his left foot. And now we get our noses ahead, and hopefully we can keep them ahead. Of course, Usama and Kumwenda, you might be wondering, yes, they were both released this summer by Leeds United. They probably played with each other at the academy. I'm a little bit disappointed that when we played them together, they didn't immediately have a partnership, because I would like to think they might. But, well, Usama's been given the ball here. Can he finish it? He should finish it. He gets a rebound. It's very, very scrappy. It's very, very lucky. But we take a 2-0 lead in this game, and that is Usama's 6th goal in this competition. That's pretty good, isn't it? Someone might be wondering as well about Brexit. I did get a Brexit update in game. I think it was last season, which makes it really embarrassing that I've not talked about it. I feel like everyone's sick of Brexit in real life. I am, and so when it happened in game, I didn't really flinch. The rule changes there are no rule changes. It's the exact same as it is at the start of the game. So, yeah, I wish I had more exciting news, but that's the Brexit update here in our save game. Of course, random in every save game this year in FM. Here for us, just nothing really changed. Although Splat has got through. What a name that is. Is his name actually Splat? I now need to check. Javon Splat. That is an incredible name. And allegedly that is his actual name. I mean, who am I to doubt him? He was offside, so it's not going to count, but I mean, imagine the puns you could make with a player with a name like that. Imagine the jokes you could make. I am still singing Sonny the Best. He's been superb for us. He has the most assists in the team again, Sonny Best out on the right. He's absolutely loving doing his thing. Although he's not in the best of games. He is the only player motivated in our team. 2-0 at the break though is fine. I'm going to get shouty and tell the players I'm not happy. I want more, boys. I want to destroy their hopes and dreams. I know goal difference doesn't matter in the cup, but still. I want a stat pat. Also, people have pointed out that Statham, however you would like to say his name, is not called Stratham. I've added an R in his name inexplicably. I wish I could explain where I got the R from. Truth be told, it just sounded better in my head. I know that's not a justification for how to say a player's name, or any person's name for that matter. But yeah, it's Statham. Or is it Statham or Statham? I don't know. I feel like Statham is better as a name. He likes his stat and he likes his ham, and that's how he got his name. I don't know where to follow on from that, folks. I'm going to level with you. Right, let's focus on the here and now. We've got to that generic part in the match after 65 minutes where you look on the bench and go, how could we change things? And well, Romario Vieira's not the best of games. Let's give Anderson his live com debut. Sonny Best, not at his best, but I'm going to stick with him because I'm a biased manager. Deshaun Bernard, very good player for us, but he's on a booking. We're going to take things safe. We're going to bring in James Piercy here. Piercy has not necessarily got the best attributes in our team as far as a third choice centre-back goes, but he's been putting in the performances, and I like to pick teams based on form occasionally. I feel like there's a healthy balance of form and overall quality. When a player's confident, keep them playing. If they're doing the business, let them continue to do that business. That goes for anyone doing business of any kind. Anyway, they've not even had a shot yet. They had that one goal disallowed, but besides that, we've contained them very, very well here today. As well, you can see Stanley wins the ball, pings it forward to Usama. Can he get his second of the game? Not with finishing like that. That is not great. I mean, I don't know how to phrase that any better. It's an awful effort. He skewed it wide of the mark. Schoolboy error. Kumwendo would have scored it. I feel a bit bad for Kumwenda. You know, he's probably getting a bit overloaded. We've been playing him in a hell of a lot of games this year. He's our top goal scorer. But between this and his A-levels, it must be a bit of a balancing act. Sonny Best, Stanley, offside. Calm down, Jack. Calm down. Oh, I thought we were about to get a third and I was going to be in Wonderland. Unfortunately, marginal decision. I reckon he's onside. Can we get VAR? Has anyone in the crowd got a mobile phone that they were filming with by any chance? One final change. David Vaughan's been complaining about a lack of first-team football. Of course, right on cue, as I've bigged up Max Haygarth and how good he's been for us at Deep Line Playmaker. He's had one of the most quiet games of his career. He's done pretty much nothing for us. I was a little bit concerned they were about to score, but now that we're in possession, that worry is subsiding. 2-1 would make it interesting. 3-0 and it would be over. And while Sonny Best, he should have made it the end over. That was simply not the best. That doesn't work. The fans still sing it. He's Sonny the best, better than all the rest, better than anyone, except maybe Kumwenda and Ryan Ferguson, and maybe Deshaun Bernard. But don't take it away from him. He's the best blonde-haired right winger who looks like Neymar in our team. And he can hold on to that forever as Kumwenda skips past his man. He's on his merry little way, the schoolboy. And, well, F- for that finish. I don't know if you can get an F- in grades. I feel like an F is a fail. So if you got minus a fail, that would be a particularly bad effort. We'll give him an F- for that. It was shocking. David Vaughan dings in. Anderson, have a go on your live com, David. Gives it to Stanley. Why did you not volley at Jermaine Anderson? Why not go for the sublime? Gives it to Stanley. Crossed across. I thought for a second he was going to score and just shut me up. It hasn't happened. He's not a sentient being. He can't hear what I'm shouting at him. Not the craziest of wins by our own standards, but a 2-0 victory nevertheless. And well, with that, we'll take it. Usama, I mean, go. Not ideal. I thought he was going to run through. Instead, he was really unselfish. Debatably too unselfish, but 2-0 it finishes. Good little away win. Dominant display. We controlled that game from start to finish. The goal scoring wasn't the greatest. Finishing on another day could have caught us out. The FA Vase 4th round draw is coming up. So, you know what? We'll see who we get drawn against. We'll make a call there as to whether or not we do the game. As I said, it's only the 4th round. If we want to make it to the final, it's another 5 matches. We may, if it turns out to be a really spicy game, do a couple of double headers in the next few episodes. If you would like to see that, let me know in the comments. I know that there's some of you who love the double headers. There could be more on the horizon. Anyway, Daniel Harvey, who we've got shortlisted, his contract is up at the end of the year. He is shortlisted based on the fact he was one of our former players way back when. You might remember he was on £500 a week. Imagine if we could offer that to our players now. Anyway, this is serious. I would do the automatic draw. There's a lot of V's there. I don't want to be here all week. Who are we going to get drawn against? Boom. We have been drawn against Worcester City. Are Worcester City good? I don't know. They're top of the West Midlands. I've made up the West Midlands, but they're top of the Midlands League Premier Division. They were predicted to win their league as well. How comfortably are they winning it? I mean, they've only lost 2 games in 21. Their record is not too dissimilar to ours. That is going to be a spicy game. I'm going to go ahead and call it. That is the tie of the game. We're away from home for it. It's going to be at the start of January, so we might get a little bit of transfer business going on. It's going to be interesting, though. Who wins? The Lawyers or the... They don't have a nickname. The Worcester Sauce. Is Worcester Sauce a thing, or have I made that up? I swear it's a thing. If it's not, I'm making it a thing. I'm going to go to Worcester and make a sauce out of something I find. I say some stuff I just shouldn't, don't I, in this series. Anyway, we've got Loughborough next. They are bottom of the league. That should be a routine win. I'm not overly concerned about that. Just to look at the team stats. I was looking at our training here. If you're wondering about how I have the training set up, to be honest, I don't feel like you can get that much out of training when we're a semi-pro team like we are and we have 2 training sessions a week. But if you're wondering about things, this is how it's all set up. But in terms of, if we just look at overall stats, top goal scorer right now is Kumwenda with 26 goals. He is pulled away from Ryan Ferguson, who obviously has missed a lot of football through injury. Usama's got 8 goals. Kit Elliott with 8 goals as well. Was on the bench for the game today. He's obviously just a really kind of useful player. A bit of a Swiss Army knife of an attacking player. Really can play anywhere across the front. Sonny Best with 5 goals. Stanley with 5 goals as well. To be kind of truth be told, the goals are fairly well distributed amongst everyone besides our, starting strikers. In terms of assists, Best has 15. You can see Haygarth with 8 assists in 14 games. His average rating of 8.03. Again, just kind of highlights how crazy he has been so far this year. Stanley also, joined at a similar point. Both obviously former United men, showing their quality going forward and both looking very, very solid. Behind them, David Vaughan, who has kind of fallen out of the team, isn't doing so great. And then a few other players, including Chanka Zimba, who there has been a little bit of interest in as of late. I would like to keep him on, but with Jermaine Anderson joining us, I'm not as concerned about losing him as perhaps I once was. But anyway, guys, that is going to wrap up everything from me today. Hopefully you enjoyed as always. If you would like to see some more double headers, let me know down in the comments. And yeah, I will join you guys next time for some more FA Vase action as we take on Worcester City. That is a spicy game. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully you guys are too. And yeah, we'll be back then. Thank you for watching. Drop a like as always if you've enjoyed. It is me, Jack, and I will see you tomorrow. I'm out.